Hello everyone and welcome back to day 7 of Preptober. Yes, I am still doing the finger thing. I really need to stop. Today I'm back with another pretty short video in which I'm going to talk about writing habits, and I've sort of touched on this a little bit before when it came to the desk organization and figuring out how much stuff you want on your desk, and also in the video where I talked about sort of trying out different parts of your house and see if you can write there and if that feels good. Today I'm here to talk about writing habits a little bit more in depth, and it's more things you can try to think about and try out now in October in preparation for November. If you don't already know what your writing style is or how you like to spend your writing time, basically, I might have some tips and tricks for how to figure that out now in October. Now the first thing goes sort of hand in hand with several things I've touched upon earlier, and that has to do with your writing style. For example, do you prefer writing at your desk or your coffee table, during your commute to work if you don't drive, don't type and drive, or in coffee shops on your lunch break? Do you like listening to music or ambient sounds or nothing or several of these things? Do you like word sprints? Do they help you or do they just stress you out? What about write-ins? Do they work for you? Live streams, in person, on your own, with other people? Try to figure these things out by testing out a couple different things now in October. But if you don't want to meet people in person, then maybe you can find people on Twitter who you can do sprints with, or via the Nano site if that's something you want to do, and try to figure out now in October what works for you. And you can of course do sprints on your own, and you can do sort of your own write-ins where you set rules for yourself. You get a snack and you have 2 hours and you are going to sprint for 10 minutes continuously throughout that. Whatever works for you. You can always do it on your own as well. And October is a great time to try things they haven't tried before in an attempt to figure out what will work for you in November. Another thing to take into consideration is time. When will you have time to write? Now I'm going to have a whole video on this a little later about how to sort of plan out your month, but I'm now talking about when during the day do you have the time to write? Can you get up a half hour earlier in the morning and get some words down then? Or can you take half your lunch break to type some words out on your phone? Or are you only able to actually write during the weekends? What works for you? You may not always be able to stick to whenever you're the most productive. You might have to write at sort of uncomfortable times for yourself. If you're a morning writer and you fall behind, maybe you have to write in a couple of evenings to catch up. But if you know or have an idea of when you feel the most productive, that can be a thing that's really helpful to utilize. Now, since I also mentioned word sprints real quick, I am going to say one more thing about those before I end this video, and that is to actually go follow the Nano Word Sprints Twitter if you haven't already. It's something that I heavily rely on during the month when I'm falling behind and I feel really out of it. They run sprints on there, not 24/7, but big chunks of the day, and even in the sort of wrong time zones. They're US based, and I know there's several time zones in the US as well, but me who lives in Sweden and I'm several hours ahead, I can still find sprints when I have the time to write. And it's really nice, and sometimes you get a prompt or you just get that spur of energy that you need, and you can also tweet them how you did and get some praise and recognition and talk to other writers like that, which is very nice. Sometimes they ask you for your favorite sentence that you just wrote, or to introduce a duck in your story, and it can be really good to sort of get the juices flowing again, especially if you feel a little stuck. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I will be back with another video tomorrow, so I will see you then. Bye!